How's it going, guys? I'm Ryan here with Battlefront Miniatures, and today I finally get to bring you all some new and exciting Team Yankee content with not one but two army deal unboxings alongside the release of Warsaw Pact. It's been a long time coming, so let's get straight into these boxes and see what goodies are inside. With the two new army deals, you have two different list building options on the table. The T72 Tank Battalion is a great starting option for a tank list, and the Bmp Motor Rifle Battalion is a great starting option for an infantry list. Of course, with a little bit of list noodling and some number crunching, you could run both boxes together to create a combined arms list that will offer you the greatest flexibility on the tabletop. But enough with the chatter. Let's get into these boxes and see what plastics we get to play with. Let's open up this Bmp Motor Rifle Battalion first. As you've come to expect with these army deals, that's an extremely healthy pile of plastic. Let me give you a rundown of what we've got here, starting with the paper stuff. We of course have the Start Here guide. This handy guide will tell you everything you need to know about your force, including the list, the points, all the assembly guides you'll need, and even a handy little what's next section to give you some direction towards your next purchase options once you've played a few games. Next we have the much loved mini rulebook, which fits all of the rules into a small and portable package that you can take to your gaming events with you. Finally, we have the unit cards you'll need for every model included in the box, including one for every nation of the Warsaw Pact, making this box suitable for your East Germans, your Czechs, your Polish, and even your Soviets. You'll also find some decal sheets here to personalize your models. Alright, on to the good stuff. Starting off with the T55 Am2s. You'll find 5 of these in the box. These are a very cheap tank option and a great way to give you some mobile anti-armor, especially for the East Germans and Czechs if you take these with the AT-10 Stabber missiles. Next we have a stack of 9 Bmp Sprues, which let you build either the BMP-1 or BMP-2 armored fighting vehicle to carry your infantry into battle and doing some damage while doing so. Speaking of infantry, we have a stash of sprues that will allow you to make 8 assault rifle teams, 6 RPG-7 teams, and a formation commander team. These foot soldiers are perfect for locking down tactical locations, such as your objectives. To support your force, you'll find 2 BRDM2 sprues. These nifty kits can be built as BRDM2s for a cheap scout option, Spandrels for a cheap anti-tank option, or SA9 Gaskins for a cheap anti-air option, depending on what you need. Finally, we have some heavy firepower in the form of the Su-25 Frogfoot. With 2 of these in the box, your enemy will have to be constantly wary of AT-27 missiles sweeping in from the skies. Throw on some bases, flight stands, tank commander sprue, and you've got a Bmp Motor Rifle Battalion. Combining 2 of these boxes together will allow you to fully flesh out the units, making this box a very effective way to get pack infantry onto the table. But what about those new fancy ERA equipped T72Bs? I know you're all excited to build and paint some of these. The T72 Tank Battalion army deal has you covered. Let's get this one opened up. Yet another impressive pile of plastic. Let's run through everything we've got here. Starting with the paper stuff, and as you expect, we have the Start Here guide. This handy guide will tell you everything you need to know about your force, including the list, the points cost, all the assembly guides you'll need, and even a what's next section on the back to give you some direction towards your next purchase options once you've got a few games in. Of course, we have the mini rulebook, which fits all the rules into a small and portable package that you can take to your gaming events with you. Finally, we again have all the unit cards you'll need for every model included in the box, and for every nation of the Warsaw Pact, making this box suitable again for your East Germans, your Czechs, your Polish, and your Soviets. You'll also find some decal sheets to personalize your models, some rare earth magnets to magnetize your helicopter rotors, and a few KH-25 missiles you can attach to your aircraft. But enough with the paper and onto the plastics, starting with the T72Bs. You'll find 7 of these in the box across 3 sprues. 1 for the hull bottom and the tracks, 1 for the turret and hull tops, and an upgrade sprue to convert them to the T72B with ERA. This gives you the flexibility to build these as you wish. Next, we have 5 T55 Am2s. These cheaper tanks don't pack as much of a punch as the T72s, but are perfect for shifting damage away from your big tanks. Taking them with the AT-10 Stabber missiles also gives you an awesome long-range anti-tank option before you close the gap. Supporting your tanks from the ground, you'll find 2 BRDM2 sprues. These nifty kits can be built as BRDM2s for a cheap scout option, Spandrels for a cheap anti-tank option, or SR9 Gaskins for a cheap anti-air option, depending on what you need. Now for some air power. You'll find 2 Su-22 Fitter fighter bomber sprues in the box. A great new air unit that provides a cheaper alternative to the Frogfoot, with an equally great weapon loadout at the cost of being slightly easier to shoot down. Finally, we have an extremely recognisable helicopter in the form of 2 Mi-24 Hinds. These gunships are absolutely terrifying with their impressive armament. Throw in some flight stands and tank commander sprue, and you have a T-72 tank battalion. This is another great box deal to grab 2 of, to bulk out the units in the box and give you a full strength packed force. And there we have it. 2 awesome new army deal offerings coming with Warsaw Pact. Make sure you head over to the Team Yankee website to pre-order your new Warsaw Pact army now, and hit subscribe down below to keep updated with the new Team Yankee releases. Now, I'd better disappear off of these boxes before someone else here at the office decides they need a new force too. I'll see you all later.